Imagine a bustling market in 7th century Medina. The air is filled with the aroma of fresh dates, the sound of the adhan echoing through the streets, and the sight of Muslims eagerly awaiting iftar with hearts full of gratitude. Now, fast forward to the present. An upscale restaurant in a cosmopolitan city, where iftar is an elaborate buffet, and the focus has shifted from spiritual rejuvenation to indulgence. Has something been lost? Ramadan, the holiest month in Islam, is a time for self-reflection, increased worship, and spiritual cleansing. Yet, in the modern age of technology, consumerism, and fast-paced lifestyles, many question whether the essence of Ramadan has been diluted. Are we still fasting for the sake of Allah? Or has the month become a social and cultural event, rather than a deeply spiritual experience? The purpose of Ramadan. Allah tells us in the Quran, "O you who have believed, decreed upon you is fasting, as it was decreed upon those before you, that you may become righteous." The essence of Ramadan is taqwa, God consciousness. It is a time for self-discipline, increased prayer, recitation of the Quran, and acts of charity. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ emphasized this when he said, "Whoever fasts Ramadan with faith and seeking reward, his past sins will be forgiven." Yet, in today's world, Ramadan is increasingly being commercialized. Restaurants and brands capitalize on the season, making extravagant promotions that sometimes shift the focus from simplicity to extravagance. Social media, while a tool for spreading beneficial knowledge, also contributes to a culture of performative worship, where acts of devotion are displayed rather than internalized. Historical examples: the spirit of the companions versus modern practices. Consider the companions of the Prophet. Umar ibn al-Khattab would cry while reciting the Quran at night, fearing Allah's accountability. Uthman ibn Affan would complete the entire Quran in a single night. The people of the past saw Ramadan as an opportunity to draw closer to Allah, rather than a month of social events and indulgence. Contrast this with today, where lavish iftar gatherings sometimes overshadow the very meaning of fasting. Instead of breaking our fasts with simplicity as the Prophet did, with dates and water, we see elaborate meals that lead to wastefulness. The Quran warns us against extravagance. Indeed, the wasteful are brothers of the devils, and ever has Satan been to his Lord ungrateful. So, how do we reclaim the essence of Ramadan in modern society? Intentional worship. Rather than seeing Ramadan as a cultural obligation, we should focus on sincere worship. Let's ask ourselves, are we fasting to please Allah or just to conform to societal norms? Limiting distractions. With social media and endless entertainment, we need to consciously set aside time for prayer, reflection, and Quranic recitation. Practicing moderation. Let's revive the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ by keeping our meals simple and resisting overindulgence. Serving others. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was at his most generous in Ramadan. Instead of excessive feasts, why not share a meal with the needy? Deepening family and community bonds. Instead of making iftar about lavish social events, we can focus on gathering for sincere worship and meaningful conversations. Ramadan is not just about abstaining from food and drink. It is about transforming our hearts. We must ask ourselves, are we experiencing Ramadan as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did? Or have we turned it into a ritual devoid of substance? As we approach the next Ramadan, let's make a conscious effort to restore its true purpose in our lives. Let's fast not just with our stomachs, but with our hearts and minds, seeking closeness to Allah. Let's ensure that our suhoor, iftar, prayers, and acts of charity are sincere and meaningful. May we emerge from Ramadan not just having abstained from food, but having attained a higher level of faith, humility, and devotion. Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. The time for change is now. Will we rise to the challenge?
If you're enjoying our content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support helps us grow and reach more people. Also, if you'd like to help us produce even more frequent and high-quality content, consider contributing to us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it means the world to us. So, share with your friends, and let's keep this journey going together. Thanks for all your support.